Hi, I'm John Cadillac Seville. Thank you so much for tuning in to Guilford Cable TV, GCTV. And to my left-hand side, I have a dear friend of mine, Lydia Forgetta. I love saying that last name.
I know you're having a good time with this tonight.
It took me a while to get it right, you know?
Yep.
But we're here with the Guilford Community Fund, and we have a couple of very, very special guests here. We have Chrissy, we have Sarah. And Sarah, why don't you explain to us a little bit about what you and Chrissy do?
So we're from BH Care, which is a nonprofit organization. We're actually the local mental health authority for the Guilford area. And what we do is we offer an array of services. We are a mental health and a substance abuse treatment provider. We also offer domestic violence services, which Chrissy will talk a little bit more about in a little while. But I'm going to focus more talking about the clinical services we provide, the wraparound services we provide for clients. We service over 900 clients. Again, Guilford's included in that. And some of the things that we offer is individual therapy, group therapy. We have intensive outpatient programs, and those are for people that need a little bit higher level of care but don't need to be in the hospital. Those are typically 3 days a week for 3.5 hours. And we offer medication management. We also offer other services to help people get back on their feet. A focus of BH Care is hope, health, and recovery. And to do that, we realize it's not just therapy. We offer case management, vocational services, help with obtaining housing and being successful when somebody is in housing, socialization, helping people get back involved into the community. We also offer crisis services. We work closely with the Guilford Police Department. We can go out and help them assess individuals that they feel may need to be in the hospital. Of course, the police are able to do that too, but sometimes if they're uncertain, we can come and offer our area of expertise in mental health. And we can also try to help connect people to services.
It's amazing. I had no idea that you did all this, because I've heard the name before, but I mean, you really cover it all from soup to nuts, as they say.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
We really do. I mean, it's wonderful that we're able to offer these wraparound services for our clients. It's not just going to therapy. It's not just going to get medication. It's really helping people rebuild their lives.
So it's not a blanket approach. You get right down to the specifics.
Exactly. And the process, how people get involved with us is they just need to call. They just need to call our intake number.
And what is the number, and how do they get in contact with
Sure.
you for our viewers now?
It's 203-483-2650. Our intake coordinator's extension is extension 2245. It's a simple phone call, a simple basic screening. She'll ask some insurance information and then set people up with an intake appointment. We get everybody in for initial assessment within 14 days of service.
Wow.
And we don't turn anyone away. If somebody doesn't have insurance, we have people that will work with them on obtaining insurance. If they decide that our services are not for them, we also help people connect with other community providers if they choose to go elsewhere.
Boy, that's really important to know, because people are freaking out as enough as it is, and to know that they're not going to be turned away because of money. I think that's really key. And Lydia, I mean, the Guilford Community Fund, I mean, we could really help this a lot.
Right. How many people do you service for Guilford in this part of your BH Care?
Easily over 100. The number fluctuates. I mean, our
'Cause
clients
come in
come
and then
go, and
the key is to get them in and to get them so they're healthy and they can move on with their lives.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And sometimes once people get to a point where they don't need our level of care anymore, they will go back to community providers, and they can always come back to us in the future if they need to.
You find there's more of a need for your services now than there have been in the past years?
I think that when the economy started to decline,
Yeah, I figured there might be a parallel.
a lot of people lost their employment, which means that they lost their insurance. So they were coming to an organization like ours because they didn't have the private insurance anymore to go to private psychiatrists or private therapists. So I think that we saw an increase then. Definitely in our vocational services and our case management services also saw an increase in services then. And also, I'm sure everyone knows about the substance abuse epidemic right now, especially surrounding opiates, heroin, things like that. So
Even in areas you would never think.
exactly.
Right.
It's crazy. If you think you're
Exactly.
exempt from it, forget about it. It's
Right.
everywhere. Now, Chrissy, what about you?
So I work for the Umbrella Center for Domestic Violence Services, which is part of BH Care. and they provide services, support services for victims and families of that have been affected by domestic violence. And the goal of the program is to create an environment, a supportive safety environment, you know, and to break the cycle of violence.
So it's a safe haven you really provide.
Yeah, exactly. And we offer crisis support services, community educational services, and Safe House, 24-hour hotline, and the legal assessment program. It's called the LAP program, and we actually work with the Guilford Police Department with that. What it is they go into, they'll get called to a scene, and they have an assessment to evaluate the domestic violence in there, the lethality of it, and they will actually call the hotline, the 24-hour hotline, and they will put the victim on the phone with us, and we offer safety planning. We connect them with our family victim advocates, and sometimes shelter if they need shelter.
So at least they know there's a place to go. Now, why did you originally get involved with this?
Originally,
Yeah. I mean, what made you, I mean, both you and Sarah want to get involved with something like this and do something so noble?
because I think that when it comes to domestic violence, there's a lot of shame surrounding it. There's a lot of silence, and people don't have to live that way, you know?
And we were talking before about the children. The children are so affected by it.
Jeez.
And so this is where it's so helpful. And you work with women in family life too to
Yeah, we
help in that
collaborate
area.
with them.
So it's something that's needed, and I think what we don't realize is how many people in Guilford need this support. And how many people in Guilford do you support right now?
So we have about 84
84
clients
families.
here. Yeah.
That's amazing in a
Yeah.
little small town.
84 families that know they have a place to go. I mean, that's really, really key. And do you find that this is kind of magnified over the holidays? Thanksgiving, Christmas, where emotions
Exactly,
run
yeah.
a little bit higher?
Especially with the hotline, the crisis line, that with the calls that come in. Yeah, around the holidays and also the summertime. In the summertime, maybe because it's later out longer, and
Right.
you know, there's a little bit more freedom as far as upping and leaving the situation if you needed to, because children aren't in school. And
Right. Yep, and then you find with the economy, with so many, when you know, so many jobs have been lost in the state of Connecticut recently, and that's just got to really exacerbate the whole emotions. And,
Sure.
and that can play into where you guys can help too with that.
Right. We were talking about that actually while we were waiting for the
Oh,
filming.
were you? Yeah.
We were talking about that, how it fits.
Mhm.
And we were saying what a great job and what BH Care is doing, that it has these services for people, and that we know that the Guilford Community Fund is out there raising money to help you in any way that we can. And what we'd like to let our viewers know that, again, in the annual appeal, you can give, and you can go to our webpage, www.guilfordcommunityfund.org. I'm getting
Good
tired
job,
now.
you remember that.
I'm
Yeah.
remembering it. I'm
Yeah.
even at 78. I'm just joking. I'm really not. I'm 77. But you can check a box, and you can do PayPal, and you can give. And so we want you to remember, because these are two excellent, excellent organizations. So
And you're located right over there in Branford?
Yes.
Now, were you the folks who did the Cupcake Wars?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I remember DJing that, hosting that earlier this year with Charlotte, and it was a whole bunch of fun. You know, that was great. And that was a great fundraiser over at Pine Orchard. I mean, so at least a serious subject, but at least you can still have fun and go out there and help people and still put a smile on their faces out there.
sure.
Yeah.
I think, too, sometimes it's a subject that needs to be touched, because we need to know it's real, and people need to know that there's a real place that they can go and they can get
Right.
help.
Right.
And we have fine, wonderful women like you that are dedicating your lives to do that. So thank you
you.
very, very much.
Sarah, Chrissy, thank you so much for what you do. Really
Thank you.
appreciate you guys, and happy holidays to both of you. And if there's anything you want to add, you want to give out the phone number once again, or how they can contact you.
Sure. So for intake, you can give us a call at 203-483-2650, extension 2245. Our website is www.bhcare.org.
And then we have the 24-hour crisis hotline that you can call 24/7. And for the greater New Haven area, it's actually for the whole state, you can call the 203-789-8104, or in the Valley area, you can dial 203-736-9944.
All right. Well, I know that VH Care is very blessed to have both of you ladies there. Christy, thank you. Sarah, thank you. And
Thank you.
Lydia, always great working with you here too. And thank you so much for watching GCTV. I'm John Cadillac Seville. Have a great night.
Thank you all.
Thank you.